it may not be always a concern that we'll always see class constructed or class extracted like this. So sometimes it may happen that we may see only method signatures are going to be common, or simple member declarations are going to be common. No definition can be common. In such cases, we can always plan to go for interfaces. Now, in this example itself, you will find out getDetails method that we have, which is kind of common to maybe let's say employee and customer. If we take it further, what we can also plan is I'm looking for some implementation like getDetails method to the person should come from some interface, and ultimately since it further goes to maybe employee, it further goes to customer, you'll find out we can establish maybe easier relationship here itself. So what we can plan to do now, in order to maybe I'm not interested in using department, number, name, string kind of content. I'm interested in calling only getDetails all the time. So here, just to maybe pile up the code using interfaces, let's say we are going to go and create an interface here. Let's call this as iPerson. I stands for interface, just a coding standard. And then this interface is going to have a declaration like this. So iPerson is not defining anything like person should have a number, name and address, or employee should have department and all. iPerson is just going to tell you that is I need an implementation of getDetails. So just a declaration. And then now a person is going to go and use this implementation. So how do you go and we implement a interface? So we will use implements and we will use iPerson. So instead of using extends like with classes, we'll use implements keyword, similar to something like VB, something similar to Java. So now person implements iPerson. We already have an implementation here. Employee already has implementation here. Customer also has implementation here. So let's try to do one thing now. Let us try to use this iPerson in the application. So somewhere here, just like I used let E1 equal to new employee, let C1 equal to new customer. Let's do one thing. Let's comment this and let's try to expect in the type of iPerson type variable or object, let's try to, or reference, let's try to impose or hand over employee and customer. So in that case, just to give some meaning to the code, what I'll do is I'll try to create one more class here. Let's call that class as factory. And this factory is going to have a method which returns sometimes employee and sometimes customer. So I need a method, let's say get somebody, and that get somebody needs to have something written. So obviously we can return a person from here, which is common to customer and employee. Instead of that, I have an intention of allowing only the person should be able to call, instead of defining or assigning members again, I want person to only call getDetails. So I'll just return from here iPerson kind of a implementation. And then based on some sort of parameters, let's have a parameter like choice. So I'll put here choice, and which is going to be of type number. And we'll just have a comparison here that if the choice is greater than 0 or equal 0, then I would return a new object of employee, which is, let's say, hard-coded object. And then in else case, if it is not 0, let's return a new customer from here. Now we are trying to return again a return statement here. So we are trying to return sometimes employee and sometimes customer, and then the common return type is not person. I rather defined it as iPerson. So I'm just trying to filter it so that user should be able to call only getDetails method. And now I need to call this factory. One more time, I don't want to really go and create a factory class object. So I'm going to define this method, which is called getSomebody, as static. Not hard and fast, just I wanted to use a keyword. So whenever we need to use factory, here's what we will do. We will have let somebody equal to, and I'm going to give a call to factory dot directly a method called as get somebody, and get somebody will expect a parameter from you. This time I'll pass on 0, and then whatever somebody gives you or whatever object you get, keep it in mind, had it been person type returned from the get somebody, I would have received here number, name and address. But then since it's iPerson, I have only visibility to a get details method now. So whatever get details return, we will collect it and then we will print it on the console. So let's use log again to print something on the console. So let's try running this by transpiling it. So one more time, we'll transpile the content. And one more time, we will run it. Now you will notice it gives me employee details with one ABC Pune and IT. Now a small change in the code we will do, which is going to be, I'll pass on more than 0 kind of value, which means it should go into the else loop now. So I'll pass on, let's say 1. Save it. Go back to the console, recompile the code, and then let's try to execute the logic. Now what you see is we get customer details on the console. So you will find out if you really want to limit the vision to the particular class object, you can very well start using interfaces. So here I just use one interface and I implemented that in a class. One class can very well go for implementing multiple interfaces the way we want it, or the way we already know in case of object-oriented programming language. Is this going to go and help you in maybe defining arrays or kind of, you can say, generic arrays? Yes. The same example I'm going to go and continue so that we can understand the generic array kind of a concept.